Mr. Transformers 96 here with another video review. This time I'm going to be talking about some newly announced Star Wars The Black Series figures. So although we don't have official images of the figures themselves, we've had strong rumors basically of what the next assortment is going to be. Now, most of the figures are a little more plain in my mind, but I think that there are three standouts for me personally. So I'm just talking about the ones that I'm really interested in, and yeah, that's what we're going to be doing here. So three interesting figures, one of them from a series that the Black Series has never actually done any figures for before. So I'm very excited to see that they're stepping into that arena. So let's get started here, breaking them down one by one. The first up, we have a couple of Mandalorian figures, and this first one is Moff Gideon, the villain basically just from the last episode, essentially, but who is sure to be a very interesting antagonist for Season 2, which airs pretty soon, within the fall. So I am quite excited to see Moff Gideon figure, although I thought that his presence on the show was quite cool, but, with just the one episode, it's hard to know exactly what he's after or the type of character he is, other than just his demeanor. But overall, I think that he was a cool villain. I think he's got a nice look, especially donning the weapon at the very end of that episode. I think that he's going to be a very cool character going forward. So I'm very excited to get a figure of him. I do have 4 Death Trooper figures too, so be able to flank him with some Death Troopers, which will look awesome. But overall, very excited for that figure. Hope that the face sculpt is good, and I very much hope that he does come with Previsla's kind of like Mandalorian lightsaber, but his kind of sword. I do hope that he absolutely comes with that. I'd be shocked if he doesn't, but I'll be really disappointed if he doesn't as well. Next up, we have the Incinerator Stormtrooper. This is kind of the Stormtrooper that they send in, in the last episode to get the Mandalorian and his group that are, hunkered down in that bar. But overall, I think that he is an interesting Stormtrooper, basically your average Stormtrooper, but with a massive flamethrower. And it actually gets screen time, unlike the Flametroopers from the new trilogy. So he looks quite neat. It's a Stormtrooper with some red highlights and a shoulder pad, and then the backpack with the gun. I hope that he comes with a flame accessory. I doubt he will, but at the same time, I really hope he does. Flame accessory, I think, would make this figure. Nonetheless, although I don't buy a ton of troopers, when it comes to the original trilogy, and this is within, in my mind at least, the original trilogy type of era, I think that I definitely would like to get this one. I think that he'd be a very cool figure, and yeah, again, I really hope he does come with a flame accessory, though. I think that would be awesome. And lastly, we have a Clone Wars figure, Cad Bane from the Clone Wars. So I'm incredibly excited that the Black Series is stepping into the Clone Wars territory. I think that's very smart. I'm surprised they haven't done it before. It would be one thing if they just only did movie figures, but the thing is, they have been doing Rebels figures for years now. So the fact that they are doing an animated series and not doing the good animated series is very odd to me. I'm not a big fan of Rebels. I really want to get into it just because I love Clone Wars, but I just really don't attach myself to those characters. They don't interest me very much, and I've tried. I've watched almost the entire first season, and I just can't get into it. But anyway, with the Clone Wars, very excited to see figures coming out, and Cad Bane is one of my, if you gave me 3 figures that the Black Series would make into from Clone Wars, and I could choose them, Cad Bane would be one of them. So I'm very excited to see that they're doing Cad Bane. Really hope they do a final season, Ahsoka as well as Darth Maul, and then Savage Opress would be fantastic as well. Those would be the ones I'd really want to see the Black Series do. General Grievous, Anakin, Obi-Wan would be awesome as well. But overall, really excited for a Cad Bane figure. I think that it could be really cool. It would be awesome if he comes with a little hologram too. That would be really neat. But love Cad Bane. He's such a really cool character. So overall, really excited not only for Cad Bane, but just the fact that the Black Series and Hasbro are starting to do Clone Wars figures. So there you go, that's my thoughts on the 3 figures that I'm really looking forward to when it comes to the Black Series, being the Clone Wars Cad Bane, the Mandalorian Incinerator Trooper, and the Mandalorian Moff Gideon. So let me know what you guys think of these upcoming figures from the Black Series. I'm very excited to see the figures themselves, but as far as the characters go, really excited for these, and yeah, can't wait for them. So let me know what you guys think, and thanks so much for watching.